Alright everyone, welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered. I've been waiting a bit to get back into this one now. I have been asked by a couple people why I started this one when I'm not even done with 3 yet. And really the reason is, first of all, this of course is my favorite of the Dark Souls series, but I'm just not feeling 3 right now. I will get back to it eventually. Right now I've just not been feeling Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 1, however, I'm almost always in the mood for. Now, we went ahead and grabbed everything around here, we leveled ourselves, and we have 4 liquid humanity. Let's just jump in and head forth. Now, this is the way to proceed with the game. We're going to go ahead and take out all these guys. 2 guys will come here. Make sure not to rush too far forward, or that guy way up top there is going to start throwing fire bombs at you. Oh, way too early. Oh well. And trust me, firebomb's gonna hurt. I can take them fairly well with this armor, but I'm one of the only classes that can do it very well at this stage of the game. Watch out for the guy above. Oh no. Okay. Yep, that was my bad. I just goofed up a little bit. Alright guys, come at me. Okay, as you can see here, if you're in the middle of a riposte, you are basically immune to damage. We actually got very lucky with that fall. It could have gone a lot worse. Now, this is a little risky, but jump here. And you want to go to the end over here. You just walk around. Maybe a little frightening, but we got it. And over here is a very good item for first-timers. Honestly, anyone in general, but especially for first-timers, you'll have your Ring of Sacrifice. Now, this ring it'll break if you die while it's equipped, but the good thing is, if you're wearing this and you die, the ring breaks, and you don't lose any of your souls or humanity. Which, as you may imagine, is very damn useful. So we're going to keep that equipped for now, just in case I make a stupid mistake like I did a moment ago. That cost me my life. What do we get? Oh, we already got a battle axe? It's not the weapon I was going for, but it's much better than the broadsword. Okay, now over here is another item. Soul of a Lost Undead. Also, I hope the brightness is okay. I may end up... Actually, yeah, I'm going to turn the brightness down a little bit. I have the brightness turned up a bit for the Twitch stream that I ran of this a while back. Well, we'll try it about 5. It's still brighter than it's supposed to be, but darker than we had it. Damn it. I hate these bastards. Watch out for undead rats. You see that bar that popped up there? When it pops up with that symbol, it... sorry, I had to... It is poison. If your poison meter gets all the way full, you'll stay poisoned for a long time. Poison takes a long time to go away. And it'll just drain your health slowly, and it sucks. There isn't... Phone, shut up. There is an upgraded version of poison that you may encounter, well, will encounter at some points, called Toxic. And Toxic is so much worse, because it lasts longer and does a lot more damage. Okay. Keep taking care of these guys. We're strong enough we're one-shotting them with a light attack. Like, we're already powerful. Anyway, so these guys here, we're going to go ahead and... That white wall there, or the fog gate, is the way forward. But we're going to go through these barrels first. Take a detour, pick up some items. Large Soul of a Lost Undead. Now you can see there's a couple guys hanging here. I don't think we have anything we can actually hit these guys with yet. So we're just going to drop down. There's usually a guy back there, but a lot of times he'll run across the bridge there. So we're going to go here, take care of these 2, shield up. Okay, usually that guy likes to run at us, so get a backstab in. Keep an eye out that way, because there's always the chance that the guy's going to run back over here and try to catch you in the back. He's not actually capable of performing a legitimate backstab, but he can still, you know, slash you, give you a bad time. I'm going to check my phone real quick. I apologize. So down this way and forward. So what you want to do here is go ahead and smack these two. You can go ahead and knock these two down before they get up, so you're fighting 2 over here instead of 4. Backstab. Now, some enemies I have found, if you perform a riposte or a backstab, they will yield more souls. It isn't an extremely consistent thing. Not all of them do it, and not every time you do it, but it's worth it to try to get it down. I feel as though the parry timing in 1 has the most generous timing. There is a humanity. And 3 is probably the second best. After that, Bloodborne, then 2. Get that drop attack on this bastard. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pop that humanity. Because we want a maxed out drop rate for the weapon I'm trying to get. Just give us the best chance of actually getting the weapon. Traverse the white light. Okay. Grab this. Now, the way the drop rate works... Or, well, no, I already explained that. What I also wanted to explain is liquid humanity. There's 2 ways to get it. You can either pick up humanity, like I did, and then use it, or you can farm an area before you kill its boss. And farming the area, every individual enemy has a number of points associated with it, essentially. And once you gather up enough points, you're awarded a liquid humanity up in the corner. And the number of points you need goes up every time you actually reach it. But you can do this 10 times before you kill the boss of the area. If you kill the boss of the area, you can't get those 10 anymore. But so we're going to farm this place a little bit and get us up to 10. I don't think I'm actually going to go after all 10 that we can receive. Watch out here. He's not actually going to fight you. He's just going to stagger you real quick. But I at least want to have the 10 liquid humanity. Watch out for the archer on the far side. I figured that would happen. Took the chance. You bastard. Okay. So yeah, there's 3 of them here. Now be very careful here, because that guy is actually pretty decent at giving you headshots. And when you're headshot, you're staggered really badly, and it also does, of course, critical damage. Thank you, Praise the Sun person, but... Okay, I thought this guy dropped an item. Okay. Now, I have not reversed myself to human yet, and the main reason for this is I don't want to risk being evaded. This wooden shield is actually a very, very good shield if you don't have one like the Tower Kite shield here. Okay. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Because I don't want to risk being invaded over here and just losing everything, because I'm decent at PvP. My issue is my lag. I always get really lagged out when people invade me, to the point where I swing in the middle of nowhere and hit them, they swing in the middle of nowhere and hit me. I can never tell where either of us actually is, and it's just a bad time. Now, my internet is better than it used to be, but Dark Souls PvP seems to require some of the utmost internet to actually legitimately do well. I'm thinking about trying to upgrade my internet once I have a more stable source of income. Of course, I got a lot of other things I need to do first, so that's kind of a backseat thing. As, you know, rent and bills come first. I'd also like to get a camera for the PS4 at some point, so I can actually, you know, have myself up in the corner while I'm doing this. Okay, this is your first shopkeeper. Now, he has a number of useful items, which I'll go over later on when I actually go to buy them. But, we head down here. There will be 4 basic hollows. Oh, you lived. How lucky you are. Now, these guys are pretty basic, as you can see. I'm slaughtering them, and they're barely doing any damage to me. But, of course, I also have the knight armor. I am the toughest to take down at this stage in the game of the classes, so if you're playing other classes, of course, you want to be careful, because there's a stat with armor called Poise. 10 throwing knives, and Poise basically determines how hard it is for an enemy to stagger you, so the higher your Poise, the more stout you are. Let me check my phone real quick. Jump over here. Okay. So yeah, the knight armor starts with like somewhere around 40, I think. Yeah, 46 poise right now from this armor, which is pretty good. You've noticed, may have noticed at least, it takes a lot to actually stagger my character. Light crossbow and some bolts. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I hate crossbows in Dark Souls. I just don't like them because, unlike an actual bow, you cannot physically aim them. The bow, you can hold down no, you click the button in this one, but you click a button and an aiming reticle comes up, and you can actually physically aim where you're shooting. While crossbows, you have to lock onto an enemy, which is a disadvantage for you at first because, you know, they're very close to you and all that, but I also feel like their damage just isn't worth it. Okay, we have a bonfire here. We're not going to kindle this bonfire. The reason being, it would take 2 humanity, because I have to reverse my hollowing, becoming human again, and then kindle. So we'd be down from 5 to 3. Now, after I actually go after this sword, then I'll reverse my hollowing and kindle. But I'm waiting until we go for the sword. Okay, sorry about that. Progressing forward. Now, I actually do have a timer up on my phone at the moment. As I've said before, I can only have up to an hour of recording, so... And with Dark Souls, it's very easy for me to just get into the game and go way over an hour. So, I just want to make sure that I don't go over. Your arrows do not hurt me. Okay. Yes, there's a specific weapon I really want to try to get this early on because it'll make me really, really strong. Like, the next boss is... I don't really like to count the Asylum Demon among the first bosses. It's the tutorial boss. But the next boss is the Taurus Demon, and... with just the base stats to wield this weapon, I can almost one-shot him. If I boost my stats even further, I probably can one-shot him. Now, true, that's with a plunge attack, but still, the damage without it is ridiculous. Excuse me. Okay. So we're going to progress past the bonfire now. And you can see there's 3 guys up there all throwing fire bombs, so you want to be careful crossing this bridge here. Just rush across, you'll be fine. There's 2 guys here with battle axes. They're not the hardest to take down, so just take them down. The problem is that guy. Oh, I timed that wrong. That's okay, though. We got him. Now, this door, unless you decide to shut it, will stay open, which means when you're rushing the bridge, he's going to come through here and this way. And if he gets here too early, he'll trap you outside, because he'll be blocking the doorway, of course, and you'll get just pelted by firebombs. So come in here, there's 2 guys. We don't even actually have to deal with the other guy, he won't notice us, but we're going to take him down anyway, because free souls, and we also want to... Okay, you can see up in the corner, I didn't see which one did it, but we got another liquid humanity. 4 to go, and then we'll be ready to go take on our enemy and try to get that weapon. Those of you who have played before, you know damn well which weapon I'm going after at this stage. Black fire bombs, even better than regular ones. We'll go ahead and equip those. There's a second enemy that I'll be going for after this one, Havel the Rock, which you can only go at this stage if you have the Master Key, which we do. Now Havel's very good to take on at this stage because first of all, of course, he gives you 3,000 souls, which is a lot right now. But also, he drops, sorry, a lot of dodging going on there. He drops Havel's Ring, which increases your carrying capacity by, or equip load, by 50%. So starting equip load for the knight is 50. With that ring equipped, it becomes 75. Which, as you may imagine, is very, very useful. Taking a bit more of a beating than I'd like. Okay, continuing on. This door, we usually need the residence key, which you can buy from that undead merchant I showed you earlier. Master key does unlock this door, though. However, if you're playing a sorcerer or want to learn sorceries, you will need to get the master key, sorry, the residence key from that merchant, because there's a second door that the key opens in the lower Undead Burg, which is an area we'll get to much later on. And that door cannot be opened by the master key. You need the residence key. We're not going sorcery, so we're not going to worry about it, but I will, of course, show you the location of the door later on. Some gold pine resin. Now, that guy sees us. He's going to start heading around. There's also a guy up there. We'll talk about him later. First, we're going to go over here. Before that guy gets up here, we're going to go up here to the top of the tower and take down that fucker. Titanite Shard. He's probably going to meet us at the foot of the steps. Yep, there he is. Now, Titanite is very, well, you need a lot of it. You need it for weapon improvements. Because basic weapon improvements cost Titanite. More advanced ones cost large Titanite. Then there's specialized, like blue, red, green Titanite. They're twinkling. There's a lot of different kinds, but you need it for your weapon improvements, as well as armor improvements if you do that. Now, I'm not going to bother with armor improvements for a while, because this is the basic set. It's good, but there's better ones I'll find, and I don't want to waste the Titanite on this when I'm just going to get better. Bait that guy. Now, that fiery barrel is a one-time thing. You only have to worry about it your first time. Oh, he lived. Well, come on, bastard. Fall off. Really? You're gonna pop an Estus? Come on, bud. There we go. Alright. So we're gonna head up here. That's actually technically the last enemy of this area before the boss. That door over there leads to Havel, which we'll do that later. Up here, however, we have, in this barrel, a Titanite lizard. Or a crystal lizard, sorry. Oh, I got the best drop. Every time you see one of these, you want to kill them fast before they run away. If you do, you get very good Titanite drops. So we got 2 twinkling and 2 chunks, which is the absolute best possible drop that guy could have given us. It's always a random amount of different kinds, up to 4. And 2 chunks and 2 twinkling is the best possible combination he could have given us. Alright, we're going to run back to the bonfire, pop all the souls we have, level up more. Boost our strength. Well, we'll boost our dexterity for now, because what's our dex at? 14? Yeah. If we aren't able to get this sword, there's a second one I'll be getting after the Taurus Demon. Goddamn body's flopping. That's a rather suggestive position you're in there, bud. Yeah, let me fix that for you. And that one takes, I believe, 6... Oh, wait, no. I already have the dex I need. It takes 16 dexterity and... Or, sorry, 16 strength and 14 dexterity. So, we're going to leave our dexterity where it is at the moment, just in case. I don't want to waste levels in it if I'm not going to be able to use it yet. So, we're going to power our strength up for now. Because whether I get the sword or not, I'm a strength player in this, well, in most of my playthroughs, but... So now, in order to get the stats we need for that, we need 6 more levels. Check my phone here. Do-do-do. Okay, sorry about that. I need to focus on this. Make sure I have all I need and all the time. I love when he does that. Sometimes he just goes for the lunge and flops hilariously. Okay, we just added 4 to our strength, so we should be one-shotting almost everything. 101 damage. How much do we do with... Okay, 21 plus 216. Ridiculous. Come here! A couple of my friends suggested I try to get sponsored so I can actually get paid for this, but you know, I'm really small time. I doubt anyone would want to sponsor me right now. Not to mention I can't really watch my damn mouth. It's not that I don't try to. It's just it slips out, you know. I don't even think about it. It's really hard to censor yourself when you're used to talking like that. Should be able to heavy kill him. Oh, if we time it correctly and don't get hit by his shield. Backstab! Oh, nope, missed. That's okay, we still got him. So yeah, now we're just going to be running a circuit through here and farming the enemies to get the humanity that we need. As well as trying to get the souls to actually, you know, level up to be able to use the weapon. Do. God. Not sure why I'm not one-shotting these guys. Could have sworn I had enough strength to be doing it. I could just dual wield some battle axes. Okay. Further on. Okay, we have 7 now. Now, I'm definitely going to 10 this time. I tried it at 7 in the stream and did not get my weapon. So, I am definitely going to be going to 10 this time. As you might imagine, the tougher an enemy is, the more points they award towards the little hidden system, which you never actually see. I'm just aware that it's there because I've read up on it. And these guys, the Hollow Soldiers, give the best points in the area. There's a mini-boss in the area who is actually what I'm trying to get the weapon from, but he doesn't award points. No, I think it's mostly restricted to humanoids in an area because humanity. It's from the... you're basically collecting it bit by bit from them. Some areas I will farm a bit, some I won't. Like, the next area after this one, I'll probably farm a bit, because it is rather easy to farm. It's rather pleasant to farm. It's not terrible. While this one... I'm farming, but I'm not doing it over much. I only want to get a certain amount. The next area, I probably will farm a bit off camera, just to try to get all that I can. Damn. One more into our attack ought to give us what we need to one-shot these bastards. Stab me. This is one of 2 ways that I ever fight these guys, because these guys have ridiculous pivot. Watch this. Look at him turn. So if you kick them, though, stagger them, and then they're all yours. So the stagger one there, if you have high damage, is probably the faster option, but I prefer the crit. It's always a guaranteed one-shot. There are very, very few enemies around here that can withstand a crit. Even if you haven't been buffing your damage, you'll probably one-shot. Ow, bastards. You get a backstab just for them doing that. Do. Heavy attack for no particular reason. Now, I apologize if the farming here is a little boring, but I'm not skipping it. That was my issue with the stream, was I was like, I feel like I'm really boring people. I need to be doing something better. Oh, I got guard broke there. Okay. Just before he got that off. Yeah, at this point, it'll usually take somewhere around 1.5 runs through the place to get my full humanity points. So we got one about this time last run, so we're probably not going to get one this run. We'll probably get it somewhere between the beginning and the middle of the next run through. But that's okay, you know? As long as we get it. Now, I don't remember the physical points system or how many any enemy actually gives. If I recall correctly, the points for an area start at 100 and then go up from there a little bit each time. As for the enemies of this area, I think that the warriors, which are the basic ones over there we've been fighting, give, I think, 1 point. And then these guys, the soldiers, give 3 points, if I'm not mistaken. It may be more than that. I'm not 100%. I think that the enemies at the beginning, like before we actually enter the Undead Burg, the ones before that, Undead Rat, I think they count towards this area as well. I won't swear to that, of course, but I think they do. Any souls to burn? I don't think so. No. Okay. Level up. Okay, we have our strength where it needs to be if we're getting that weapon. And I think we have enough to start one-shotting bastards. Not the soldiers, of course, but the warriors. 107 with that. But of course, he was also on a recoil. And that clanged off the wall. I'm pretty sure clanging off a wall with a hit does more damage. Okay, maybe not. We're where we need to be. Now, of course, we need to get our dexterity up. Now, there's two, obviously, most weapons only require strength and dexterity. A lot of magical weapons will also require either intelligence, if it's a sorcery-based magic, or faith, if it's a holy-based magic. And the reason this is important is because depending on what skill you're lacking, different effects will happen with your weapon. If you are lacking the dexterity to use a weapon, you'll swing it a little wild, and when you hit an enemy, instead of doing good damage, you'll do very minimal damage. Oh, we got our humanity. You'll do very minimal damage and just bounce off them. While if you're missing strength, you'll still follow through with your attack, but it'll be a very slow wind-up attack that will do a lot less damage than it should. See, the way those guys swing their axes, they wind up very hard and swing wild. They have a long recovery, while I do that. It's still a decently long recovery, but only if I stop it there. I can power through, or I can roll out of it. So this is why we want to make sure we have the proper stats to wield whatever weapon we're getting, because otherwise we won't get it to its full potential. Another important thing to make sure you realize is that each piece of equipment, with the exception of some, of course, have a boost of some kind. So this battle axe that I'm currently using, in the required parameters, 12 strength, 8 dexterity, so we definitely have the stats, but the parameter bonus, it has a C rating from strength and a D rating from dexterity. Obviously, the higher this rating is, the better the boost. So we have a okay boost from our strength and a little bit less of a boost from our dexterity, but we have a boost from those attributes. And that is what the little plus is off to the side. This weapon does 95, but it has a plus 28. So our combined strength and dexterity bonus together gives it an additional 28 damage. Or, well, not 28 damage, but 28 power, essentially. There we go. I keep paying so much attention to narrating and everything, I'm not even realizing when I get my humanity. Now, you'll notice physically when you get your humanity, if you're paying attention, because when you kill any enemy, you may have already noticed the souls come out of them and kind of streak over to you. When you get your humanity, the white streak is instead, it's a black streak outlined in white. So it's more noticeable, it's a lot bigger stream, and you can really notice that, oh, hey, humanity. Whoa! Wasn't expecting one of you. You'll remember there's the 3 firebomb throwers up there. Sometimes, if they aggro enough to you, they'll actually come down that ladder from the roof and follow you. So watch out for that. It really sucks to get caught in the back by a firebomb when you're trying to fight some people. If I'm just standing still, I think a firebomb might stagger me. Otherwise, I don't think it'd really hit me too hard. Okay, gonna check my phone real quick. Okay. And we need 4 more levels in dexterity to wield the weapon. Which, honestly, is not bad. We're doing pretty good. Doot. Your resistance is futile as hell. Okay. Continuing our farming. After I kill this guy, I'm going to check my timer, see how long I've got left. I should still have plenty of time, but, you know. Okay, 27 minutes. So we've been here for a little over half an hour. I didn't even realize. Well, not here, but playing. Now, in the future, I am going to try to keep my farming off screen, you know, keep it to a minimum, because I don't want to bore you guys. But, of course, since it took me, what, like 7, 8 minutes to get to this area, I didn't want to cut it off there. That's really short, you know? Maybe 12 for my first run through the area. Like, I feel like I don't really know where to cut out farming stuff. And, of course, I'm doing it on the PS4, so while I can record stuff very easily, I don't have the best ability to edit my videos. Another Titanite shard, very good. But I just feel like if I leave too much of this out, you guys will also just miss out on stuff. Like, who knows when something hilarious or like a random death of mine is going to occur. You know, I could just get overwhelmed by these guys out of nowhere. For some reason, they all try to, or decide to use their ultimate moves that just kill me instantly. I got 9 humanity. 1 more and we're good to go. You are dead. Ha. Okay. It'll hopefully be sometime during the next run through. We'll have what we need to go take him on. Now, as with the Twitch stream, this guy probably isn't going to be too much of a challenge to me. More of a speed bump, if anything. But I am going to allow him to get his full range of attacks off so that you guys can actually see how he attacks and how to... What the hell just happened? I'm being followed. Notice a corpse flying around at my feet. Okay, yeah. I will draw out the battle so you guys can see how he fights and how to counteract it a lot. Which, honestly, probably one of the easiest ways is just circling around him. Circling around enemies in most cases just works. Hollow Soldier Shield. Is that better than my current shield? I don't remember. No, it's not. Okay. Alright. Back to the bonfire, and hopefully by the time we get back over there with the next run, we'll have our 10th humanity, and we can take him on. Then we can go fight Havel. Problem is, I know I don't have the stats just yet to wield the weapon. And I think I'd prefer to fight Havel with the weapon. Okay, we're gonna need a rough... oh... probably around 8 or 9,000 souls to get my last 3 levels. Now, the enemy that we'll be fighting to get that weapon is going to drop about 800, so generous amount, but of course not enough to get us there. And then Havel's going to drop 3,000. He always does. Now, I think I get somewhere around 1,600 going through this place. So, it wouldn't take horribly long to do, but I also want to make sure that I get all this done. Ah! That guy decided to run at me. Do your damn attack. I'm over here giving you a chance to go down like this instead of just getting kicked. Like this poor bastard here. Oops. I love how you just hook on bodies sometimes. It's always hilarious. Alright, here we go. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I've got that song stuck in my head. I don't know why. Come on, bastard. I've got other stuff to be doing. You'll also probably notice that the basic hollow warriors rarely actually use their shields. A lot of times they just do that weird sidestep that makes them immune to whatever damage you're about to do. Oh, the firebomb one came at us that time. That's a little unusual. Okay. Getting close here. If we don't get it, we're going to have to make one more run through. And then we'll get it for sure, but... okay, we're not getting followed this time. Just want to make sure. The last couple kind of snuck up on me. You may also be wondering about the little phantom-looking things running around like that. That is just shades from other players. So, touch Bloodsaint, I can see how this person died. Oh, one did follow us. Not exactly what killed him, but I can see what he was doing while he died. I find it kind of interesting. Do do do. Oh, damn! He waited for like the perfect moment to rush me. Okay, come on. One of you gonna give me my humanity? It wasn't you. Come on, bud. Be the one to make my day. Nope. Alright, guess we'll have to do it one more time. I don't want to, but I need to. At least we can pop another level while we're over there. That'll be good. Do 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 do. Wow. Wow. Okay. Oh, looks like a bit less than I expected. Probably closer to 6,000 souls. That's good. Still a decent amount to have to go farm, but not as bad as 8 or 9. I was expecting the jump between levels to be a bit higher than it was. I forgot that in the initial levels, it's only like a few hundred every time. Come on. You knew better than that. Okay, we have our 10th humanity. I'm gonna go ahead and keep killing these guys, though, because I need the souls. I'm gonna check my phone real quick. Keep it quick. Okay. Okay. Alright, bud, I ain't got time for games today. Okay, the Hollow Soldier armor is probably the best armor you'll have drop in this area. It's still obviously not as good as the Knight armor, but it's decent. Okay. As you probably noticed, there's 3 kinds of parry timing. There is a successful parry, where you completely deflect the attack. There's a half parry, where you don't actually deflect it, but you manage to kind of degrade it a bit. You take less damage from the strike. And then there's a missed parry, where you just get hit. And a lot of times you'll actually take more damage from a missed parry. So what happened there when that guy stabbed me was I got a half parry. So it kind of glanced off my shield, essentially, and did less damage. But I still took the damage and did not get the parry. Oh, rolled too late on that one. Get wrecked. Okay. Firebomb. I love getting more firebombs. We still haven't dropped a 5 Estus. Proud of that. Ugh, my ear's starting to hurt a little in my headset. Don't worry, we're getting close to done. Am I getting followed again? I'm getting thrown at, which means probably after I killed this guy, I'm probably gonna have to go take care of that. Get up here. Or are you just gonna stand up there throwing? At some point he'll come back, or come down here. If they go that far, they'll always come down at some point. It isn't a matter of if, only when. Come here. Now, where is he? We're gonna have to take that firebomb guy down first. He should be down here. Or did he go back up? Let's go up here and check. I really don't want him hitting me when I'm trying to take this guy on. Okay, they're all 3 up there. Cool. I guess he de-aggroed. They don't usually do that. Alright. So down here, you may recognize him from covers or posters of the game, is a Black Knight. Now, the Black Knight is incredibly tough and powerful for this stage in the game. We're going to kill him with parries. Now, if you're very careful here, you can try to get a backstab. Obviously, I timed that horribly. So that attack you just saw where he not really twirled it, but he really just wound up for that swing, that is his hardest hitting attack. And sometimes he likes to follow his chains with it, so be careful. Don't bother swinging at his shield. You won't be able to kick it aside unless you just keep hammering it. You have to hit him really hard to stagger him with a shield up, or stagger him in general, honestly. So that stab is one of his basic attacks. It's probably the one he uses the most. Now, a lot of times, you're just going to circle him like this. There's 3 times he'll use the stab. He'll use it like that. He'll use it after a shield hit like that right there. Or he'll use it at the end of a 3-hit combo, where he does 2 slashes. So right here's his backstab point. He'll do 2 slashes and then a stab. For some reason, he really doesn't want to do that right now. There. 1, 2, stab. And then sometimes he follows it up with his big attack, so be careful. Parry. There we go. 1 more of those will take him down for sure. So yeah, he's big and bad, but if you know how to fight him, he's not so big and bad. Alright, we got his sword. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, I forgot that in the PlayStation 4 version you can shake the controller to do different emotes. Or gestures. Basically emotes. God, my ears. Why is my headset hurting my ears so bad? It's really nice and cushioned. Well, anyway. How much time is left? 14 minutes? You know what? Let's get the rest of the souls and actually be able to use that sword. So, we need one more dexterity, which means we need somewhere around 3,000. I didn't look at it. Okay, 2857. That's how many souls we need. It's going to take us about 2 trips to get that, but that's okay. We got this. Look at our damage. I think I turned my headset down a little. There we go. Out of my way. Now, the Black Knight sword at this stage in the game is one of the most powerful you can get. Honestly, the Black Knight weapons in general are my favorites. They all have very unique attacks, or specials, basically, as well as just doing an ass load of damage. Additionally, for the most part, they're faster than other weapons of their type. So the Black Knight sword is the weakest of them. And as you can tell from the size of the guy using it, it is going to be a great sword for us. Which means we're going to swing it a little slow, but its overall power makes it worth it. There's also, coming up, there's going to be a Black Knight Greatsword I can try to get, which will be an Ultra Greatsword for us, which means we'll swing it really slow, and it's actually going to be so big, when we swing it, it's going to slam into the ground at the end of each swing. It's just ridiculously heavy, and that's how Ultra Greatswords use. But that's okay. It's going to be really fun if we get that one, too. Because that one will make us ridiculously broken. Of course, that will be a little ways into the next area past the boss. So we won't have to worry about that for a while. You know what? I'll trade that. I just killed 2 and you hit me for like, what, 1/8 of my health? Let's see, I have 5 bars. You hit me for 3/4 of 1 bar. So each bar is about 20% of my health. You hit me for like 15% of my health. Good job. You demand. I also really miss the way that the health and stamina bar were set up in Dark Souls 1. Like, I really miss it in later on games because it was really easy to tell a better, like, oh, you hit me for about that much of my health. Instead of just, oh, wow, that was a good chunk off my bar, you know? Come on. As I thought. It's going to take us about one more run through to get the souls we need. What was it, 2853, 2857, somewhere around there? We'll probably have to take out those guys up there too. Oh, we got a drop. Hollow Warrior Armor. Now, if you're doing like what I'm doing, you're going to be getting a lot of drops off enemies, and a lot of them probably going to be worse than what you currently have. Don't drop them. Don't discard them, because later on you will get the ability to... Oh, right. We wanted to reverse our hollowing and kindle the bonfire so we can get 10 Estus. I pray we don't get invaded. Or that if we do, I'm able to survive. Okay. As you can see, our number up there is now highlighted, and we have human skin again. Very, very good. Alright. But anyway, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. I hate when I do this. Now, if you're going to be invaded, you usually have a bit of warning. And the way it works is that you'll notice you suddenly have more Estus than you did. There will be an orange streak to you, similar to the way Soul streak to you, but orange. And your Estus count that you have down there will go up by 1, even if it goes over your normal max. If it goes up a second time, you're about to be invaded. And the reason it does this is because it wants you to be prepared for someone invading you. PvP is usually significantly harder than PvE, in Dark Souls at least, because most of the players who do PvP a lot, well, they do it a lot. They know how players play, they know how to go around it. a lot of times they also end up invading people who are significantly lower power than they are. So it's kind of a good and a bad. If you know what you're looking for, or not if you know what you're looking for, but if you know what you're doing, you can also often catch them off guard. That's why, even with my lag, I usually come close to actually beating people with a low-level character, because they don't expect someone this low-leveled to be, well, skilled, you know? They expect, oh, hey, you just started the game. So they kind of take it a little easy on you. Because this is essentially the second area of the game, and they're not expecting someone with a whole lot of, you know, skill or anything like that. You just started your adventure, you're low level, you're low gear, all that. Because there's another area that loops through this one essentially later on, but there's not a whole lot of reason for you to be here when you're a higher level. Because higher level, there's better areas to farm, better drops, all that. Come on. Yeah, there's two areas that kind of loop back on this one. The very beginning of the Undead Parish, which is the next area after the Taurus Demon, and then the lower Undead Burg, which is after the Bell Tower Gargoyles. But those are the Parish one, you're not really going to use too much. And then the lower Undead Burg, you're not really going to be doing anything in this area. It's just, you use that bonfire as a staging point, because you may have noticed that locked door over here in the room I passed through. You'll open that from the other side, and that goes to the lower Undead Burg. But you do that later on. Alright, we have the stats to wield our sword. I will show off the weapon a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and end our video. Okay, so 18 dexterity. We're level 21, and we haven't even killed our technical first boss yet. Dum-tum. We got a lot of spears, and battle axes, and swords. There's only one we need. 220 base damage with a plus 56 from the C strength and E dexterity rating. A total of 276, as compared to, with a battle axe, 127. Over double the damage. So let me demonstrate. Come here, bud. Okay, don't. I want to see how much damage I actually get from this guy with a crit. 570. Want to see a two-hand heavy? 438. Overpowered. I am confident in taking on Havel with this. Another knight! Oh, he's a low-equipped knight, too. Well, I'm sorry, bud, but I'm not doing multiplayer right now. Alright, this is where we're going to go ahead and end this episode. In the next episode, we will take on Havel, the Taurus Demon, and then progress into the Undead Parish. But for now, I'm going to leave it here. As always, I really hope you all enjoyed the show, and that you have a great day.